Just one word of warning, this is now a feature-length film on the Haloview camera, so make sure you've had a wee, get your popcorn, make yourself a coffee or tea and sit down and be ready.
Well, hello there and welcome back. Today's is going to be all about the Haloview backup system that I've got on the back of the caravan. Now I did record this in the summer-ish before we went away on our holiday. So this is the reason why I ended up picking that up in the first place. Now I have made some notes because there's quite a few reasons as to why, so I just thought I'd remind myself because the list is quite long and I can't remember it all. Okay, so the main reason why we looked at this in the first place was the fact that when I go back to storage, I'm typically on my own, which means that I normally would have to get out of the car, put the motor movers on, because there are two of them and they're manual as well, so I'd have to do that. And I thought, you know, if I had a camera at the back there, I could just whack it straight in. I don't have to worry about all this stuff. So that was the main driver behind getting one in the first place. I was looking online at a lot of different reviews of the different types of camera. You know, some that worked when you just selected reverse and the camera would come on. I thought, no, that would do the job quite nicely. So then I started looking a bit deeper. Now I do work in the telecoms industry and we do work with video. And you've probably seen this anyway on your normal BBC One, for example. A local version, you'll be just transmitting in standard definition. So it's like kind of DVD type quality rather than Blu-ray, and then we brought out HD, and then that goes from 720p, starts at that level and goes all the way up to the current 4K in the UK. From a caravan point of view, a camera on the back that delivered 720p would be ample for what I needed. So that then cut down my choices in terms of the backup cameras, so it had to have HD in the first place. Then we had to look at the interface that was being presented to me in terms of its options.
Board.
So I could either have an app on the phone or I could have a little monitor that lives in the cab. Now I thought, well, I don't really want an app that lives on the phone itself. The reason being is I'm typically using my phone anyway for other things, you know, internet connectivity and all the rest of it. Now, as you're probably aware, with apps that live on devices that connect to something wirelessly, you have to get off your internet connection, get onto a wireless connection for that particular device, and then you're ready to go. But all this takes time, and I thought, you know, by the time I've done all that, I'd be quicker to get out the car, connect the motor mover up and just put it in manually anyway. So I thought that's not really going to achieve much. Going back to the monitor side of things then, so if I had a monitor in front of the cab, I'd then think about wiring. Does the camera have to be wireless, or can I run a wired cable? Because obviously that gives you the best connection. I thought, well, hang on, so how do you get from the back of the caravan somehow through the hitch, and then I'd have to wire the inside of the car up as well and provide power not only for the monitor but also for the backup camera as well. The list was endless, and I thought, you know, the best thing to do would be look at a Wi-Fi model, because Wi-Fi is quite good now these days. I've already got a Garmin sat-nav, it's an Avtex one, and it's one from the Caravan Club. So this is one where you can put in your dimensions of your caravan and it won't take you down roads that you're not supposed to go to. But what it also does offer is a backup camera option that you can purchase. So when you put the car into reverse, the camera on the back of the caravan would spring to life, and the image on the Garmin sat-nav would then change to the rear view camera. I thought that would be okay, because I'm already powering the sat-nav anyway, and that could also provide my monitor. When I looked into that in a bit more detail though, we ended up with a problem. Mostly the fact that it only delivers a very short range. I believe it's 8 meters. My caravan is 8 meters long. As you can see, it's quite a size for the caravan and then the car on top of it, so The Caravan's 8 metres and the car's 5. And one other thing to notice on this is this requires batteries, as you can see, but it's going to be high up, it's going to be fairly high usage. How often am I going to have to climb up and change these batteries? So that took me down the road of looking at other competition, so hence the Haloview system that I've got. The wireless range on that is pretty damn good. So that would deliver from the back of the Caravan all the way through to the front of the car. What convinced me that this would be the probably a good reason to purchase this anyway is that the reviews on it were really good. They're actually mostly used in the US market. They go on the back of like their big long haul trailers. Certainly a 40-footer is not an issue here. And also when it comes to sell it, I just keep the most expensive bit, which is the monitor, and just leave the camera on the back of the Caravan.
Are we there yet?
So we got this Haloview rear camera for our Caravan, and I'm going to unbox it. So at first glance I can see a camera specification guide thing and the user manual that might come in handy later. And in here, first glance, I can see the screen. It's quite big, and that's because it can have more than one camera. And this is the wire that connects it. Yeah. And here I have the actual camera.
Okay.
Like that. That's the base. And a wire. And this looks like the sticky thing that you put on your dashboard to slip the screen on, I'm guessing. Now, these look interesting. There are a lot of ends to this. It's very colourful. I'm not so sure what these do, but I think therefore if you have more than one camera.
They have only for multiple cameras. We already got one, so we don't need it.
Are we there yet?
And here we have this button that you plug into the cigarette lighter in your car that goes like that. And we got another cable. And I'm guessing these are the antennas.
Oh yeah, okay. One for the camera and one for the monitor. And then what's that? What was that?
Screws.
Oh, there, yeah, the bracket. That's a sun visor. That bracket. So if you want to mount that on the dashboard, then you'll need those thumb screws in that bag, which will hold it all together. But we're not going to bother with that either. It's not that bad.
It's boring.
We have some more nuts and bolts.
Yeah, for screwing the camera.
Yes.
And that's the Allen key for doing the camera.
Yes.
And that's it.
If you're a details person, you're going to love this film.
Yeah, that's more or less a couple of inches below ceiling height. So, you know, you can see some of that goes into the corner in here, goes into the cupboard. But where will it come out? Here, I'm guessing somewhere on that white bit. So the cable route will be off of the back of the wiring loom there, which will give me the 12 volts that I need for the camera to work. And then it'll run all the way through the back of that, up the cupboards, and then along the top there to probably somewhere up there-ish. And obviously ignore the thaw bars because they're suck carrier, which is not in the middle because of the shower that's in this, but the brake light is spec in the middle, so then you got a choice of where do I put it. Do I put it where the W in the eye is, somewhere in there in the middle, or do I mount it on the roof and go down? I'm thinking between the W and the eye. Bear in mind that we've already established that they've got a hole in the bottom there, somewhere around about the Swift, going up. to run the brake light, so I'm making if I drill a hole above that, it should be okay. And then put the bracket on that way. Now, with regard to this bracket, I'm not actually going to be drilling any holes for the screws. I'm going to stick them on, so I'll get a bit of plastic, and then I can stick that to the caravan and then drill one hole through with the cables for the cable to go through to the other side. So there won't be any screw holes in the caravan, but I'll show you that. As you can see, we're connected to the white and the black. So the black being positive coming in, so the other is just poked in, and the white being the negative being plugged into that. And as you can see, no volts, well, bugger all, 0.1 anyway. So the 0 is the 12 volt side, 0.1 is negligible. So let me just show you the outside of the caravan. As you can see, that's where the fuse box and things is down there. So that is the road lights on that one. So I'll just go on the outside here. So just to prove a point, there's no 240 volts, nothing's plugged in. All the lights on the caravan are off. Because this is a Volvo that is connected to, the lights in day running mode are on all the time anyway, so that's why I wanted to tap into those. So all these orange ones will be on, and typically what happens is those high level lights at the top would also be on in normal mode, but as I've disconnected, I'm not expecting those to be on at all, but I am expecting these orange ones. I have hooked the back of this up, just hooked it up to the back of the car, and the ATC light should be on, nice and green, and then you can see around the side the orange lights are on, which is fine. These are the side marking lights, but the top ones are off, which is good because I got the cable on the floor, haven't I, in the bathroom area. So I'll just wander through again. We'll have a look at that. No changing there. So now we're getting 13 volts from the car to the caravan, which is good. So it is definitely those two connectors. So I can join it all up, and away we go. As you can see, the camera's there, but it does have this cable coming from it, which then connects to that end. And then what I've done is I've put one of these little chocolate box, I think they call them, connectors on the end, to which you'll then, once it comes out the roof, I'll then run it along there and into the cupboard. As you can see, I've got the cable in and goes all the way along, comes out there ready, and then I'll put a couple of these little stick-on cable retainers, so obviously I need something in there to keep that stuck to the side.
Board.
So I'll put one in there. Yeah, the stage will be to connect all that end up down there to the black and the white cables, and then test that out of there that we are getting, once it's all connected up, that we're getting our 12 volts. Let me just show you one of these chocolate box connectors if you haven't seen one before. One of them, if that focuses, has got a hole all the way through, so that's where your existing cable goes. And then the other one you can see goes in one side or the other, and the hole is blocked off one end. So what we have is the earth cable connected to what would be the negative, and the live will go onto the black end, which is under here somewhere. Sorry, there's obviously two black bars, but I only needed one. So my new cable is connected to what would be the earth, or positive and negative. Connect those two back up, voltage all the way through. Obviously the car's started, as you can hear, the green lights on, lights are on, and this time the black ones are on as well, which is good, because I've connected it all back up indoors, so we'll just go and have a look and I'll show you that. So now we've got power up to here, hopefully, and here's our connectors and thing here. So I just set this to 20. Yeah, interesting to do this one-handed, but we'll have a go. So obviously the earth is that one, and then connected, no, nearly, and we go back to them. I'll be able to hold that there so you can see. Yeah, I've got that unplugged on there, so I'm quite happy with that. So I don't think I'm going to do much more in here, but as you can see, it's as was, no different really. Now drill a hole, I suppose, which is the bit I've been dreading most of all actually. Drill a hole in your Caravan. Just had a thought, before I pack all this up, let's just test all this because the camera's never been plugged in.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, but now we've got 12 volts up, we should be getting voltage to the camera. And I brought the unit itself in. I just fitted the little adapter on the back so I can just sit on here. That's probably how it's going to sit my dashboard anyway. And I have a little external 12 volt charger. So this has never been on before, so I'm going to plug that into there. And that's on already. And the little unit itself has gone into the, oh no, there's red light on anyway, so we'll just press the on button. And, oh, blimey, straight away. Camera 4. It's quite funny, there's only 2 bars on it. Oh right, it's disappeared. 3, 2, can you see top left hand side the power buttons? That's it pointing at it. Actually, yeah, the camera hasn't got an aerial on it at all. So, quite impressive you're getting any signal at all. So, 2 bars. Anyway, that's a few feet, I suppose. Okay, let's do that again. This time we got an aerial on it. In there. Obviously not working. So watch this screen. The little LEDs on. Orange, green, red. No, ready. Strange, the green and red is the other way around to the UK. We're used to green being good, but there we go. So let me just pull this up. So let's see how fast that is. On, click. God, really impressed with that speed. And now we've got an aerial on it. 4 bars. Brilliant. Well, I'm dead impressed with that picture. The camera apart, because all I want is a bracket actually. And you get this handy little Allen key for these 4 screws. But if you notice, this one's slightly bigger at the front of the camera than it is at the back. Worth noting, you don't get that round the wrong way. So what I thought I'd do is just a bit of plastic I've got here. So I've moulded it to the shape of that. So I'm going to put that on there and stick that to the Caravan with the 1 hole in it. Probably there, or well, it depends how it goes once it goes up. So I bought some of this Silkaflex. I don't know how long this takes to kill. I've never used it before. There's no instructions about how long it takes. So I'll stick it onto it. And then I've got a couple of clamps. So I'm going to leave it on there, I don't know, maybe every night before I put it properly on. And this is the bracket that I'm making. It's curing up plastic thing. I think they called it curing, don't they? Anyway, so I'll just drill a hole in that middle bit down there. That's where the cable will go into the Caravan. Middle? Yes. That's alright. This is called a grommet, and there's one obviously on the camera end, and there's one actually on the television end. So what I did was I used my little Dremel tool here, just made that hole slightly bigger, so that you can fit the actual tool, this grommet, in this side as well. So I shall leave that there. I'm going to poke it through, and I'll do that. As you can see, there's insulation in the middle. So I'll do the same on the outside. That end done. That done not too bad actually. So yeah, all I used was my little Dremel tool and just made the hole.
No, it's not between the W and the I, is it? Where you said it would be. No, it's somewhere else.
Damn close. Just a bit bigger. Sorry. Morning all. So here's the camera bit as well. But so as you can see, I attached that plastic thing to the bottom. That Sikaflex stuff does go off, but it takes a good while to do it. Also, I've drilled a hole in the bottom in order to fit the spacer in, or the grommets in as well. And as you can see, I've cut a little bit of a hole out of it, which I'll fill up with some more of this stuff later. But in order to get that plug through, so on the end of it, there's quite a big plug. So yeah, but once I through, I'll just feed that through the Caravan, stick it on, and probably paste this on the roof because it's quite heavy and I'm going to want that to go off. So I'm guessing the whole process might take probably another good half a day.
Are we there yet?
Morning. Well, I keep getting thwarted by the rain, but either way, I've been up there this morning and put some sealant all around it. So that's where the cable is coming through, and obviously it'll be a bit longer because it's on the roof, and then we'll join on to that end and we're good to go. I've also got the grommet here, which is to go in that hole when it's pulled through. There you go, it's on. Don't know if it's in the right position yet, but I'll have to adjust that anyway, and I want to put some more sealant around it. And
Finally!
this is on, and the lights are on up there. Light is on. There's the on button. Dun dun dun. Look at that. That's bloody fabulous. Well, I'm impressed with that image. Very good.
Have to say though, it's a really good thing, this camera, for people like me who get anxious when we're trying to turn or manoeuvre in tight spaces.
So now it's front to back in the car. And oh, there we go, image straight away. And recording and all that, because I've got a memory card in it as well, and formatted it, set recording. So what I will do is angle the camera slightly better, in so much that I can see more of the road. Apart from that, it's pretty good. I'm quite impressed. I've actually ordered from the Haloview site, there's a screen mount as well. So rather than have this convoluted, this plastic, oh that's alright, I don't want to stick anything to it because there's new film. So that's where my sat nav would be, so I'll just move that over to this side and then stick it on the window over there. Okay, so now we've had it up and running for probably a 333. Be useful, isn't it? Do you think?
Yeah, so it's a useful gadget. It's very good, especially if your unit is long and you get a little bit anxious, or like I do. It's been good, but I'm just glad I've got a Steve to do all the bits and pieces, because frankly it's as boring as hell.
No, but it's yeah, had to be done. And I have to say, there has been a couple of bonuses with it, in so much that because it's on all the time and you're pulling out and pulling back in again, you can see exactly what's behind you. It's been really good from that point of view, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can really tell when it's raining as well.
What it doesn't tell you is how long the actual thing overall did take to fit. Because of the bad weather, I suppose it took a bit longer than it would normally. I would say probably a damn good weekend should do it. If you get decent weather, it's putting the mastic on, that's the trouble, or the mastic sealant, or whatever you want to call it, that stuff that is trying to keep it steady.
And if your partner's doing the Haloview camera, I strongly recommend you go shopping.
No, because that means you've got to spend lots of money.
You do anyway.
Okay. See you later, thanks. Well, thank you, and here we go, and we're done, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, we've all packed up. This is the last of our 2019 holidays, and you know, Steve will soon be planning what we're doing next year.
Oh yes, but thank you. Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe to our channel, and our next film will be all about the alternative visit to the Caravan and Motorhome show at the NEC.